Hey guys, welcome to Jess and Yoga. My name is Jess and I'll be leading you through today's holiday energizing flow. Now, the holidays are around the corner and I wanted to create a yoga sequence that's going to help you stay energized, positive, and keep you calm throughout this hectic season. We are going to be moving quickly and vigorously through this practice, so throw on something comfy and get ready to get a sweat on. Without further ado, let's start our first posture in downward facing dog. All right, so in down dog, we're gonna have our hands planted on the ground. Okay, so let's bring our feet to hip distance apart. Okay, have your hands to shoulder distance apart. Gaze between your knees, heels down, hips up. Use your hands and send your bum towards the back of the room. All right, guys, if you need to walk your feet a little forward, that's okay as well, just to get into this deep stretch. Okay, all right, so we're going to start off with warming up our bodies in a series of flows. Here we go. Inhale, lift your right foot up towards the ceiling, coming to a one-legged dog. Step your right foot between your hands, back foot's on a 45-degree angle. You're going to swing your arms all the way up into Warrior One. So in Warrior One, make sure that your right knee's over your right ankle. Okay, so shoulders and hips are aligned towards the front wall. Palms are facing each other and biceps are by your ears. Good. From here, take your hands back down. Bring your foot back into a high plank. We're going to chaturanga, half push up down to the ground. Good. Inhale, coming up to up dog. Exhale, push yourself all the way back to downward facing dog. All right, I'm also going to add some modifications as well, just to help you break it down. Inhale, bring your left foot up towards the ceiling. Step it between your legs. Right foot's on a 45-degree angle. Inhale, swing your arms all the way up to Warrior One on the other side. Good. Hips and shoulders are aligned, facing the wall. Palms facing each other, ears by your biceps. Good. Exhale, bring your hands back down. Step your foot back. Come into your high plank. Shoulders over your wrists. Good. Shift your weight towards the front of the mat. Come down to your knees. And let's do a modified push-up. So modified chaturanga. Turn your hands out towards the mat, bend your elbows, and exhale, flow down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, back to tabletop. Tuck your toes underneath, and come into downward facing dog here. Awesome. Inhale, right foot up towards the ceiling. Step it between your hands. Back foot's on a 45-degree angle. Swing the hands all the way up into Warrior One. Good. Bring your hands back down. Step your right foot back. Take your choice of modified or full chaturanga. Good. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale back to table or push yourself back into downward facing dog. Here we go. We're going to build some more heat. Step up between your hands. Back foot's on a 45-degree angle. Swing the arms all the way up to Warrior One. Good. Bring the hands back down. Step your left foot back. Come into a high plank. Good. Shift the weight forward towards your mat. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up. Woo. Exhale. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale up. Exhale down. Back foot's on a 45-degree angle. Swing the arms all the way up to Warrior One. Good. Exhale. Bring them back down. Step your right foot back. Come into a high plank. Take your modification. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. 3 more to go. Inhale, swing the right foot up. Good. Step the foot between your hands. Back foot's on a 45-degree angle. Swing the arms up into Warrior One here. Woo, almost lost my balance. Bring the hands back down. Step the left foot back. Come into high plank. Exhale down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale. Back down again. Here we go. Awesome. Last flow on either side of the body. From here, we're just going to start to walk out the dog. Awesome, guys. Walk it out. All right, from here, bring your heels up and then down. Good. Heels up and down. One last time, heels up and down. Awesome. All right. Last flow on either side of the body. Inhale, right foot up. Good, get a nice stretch. Step in between your hands. Back foot's on a 45-degree angle. Inhale up. Woo.
I'm already building up a sweat here. Trying to get ourselves nice and energized for this flow. Good, exhale down. Take the right foot back, come into your high plank, shift the weight forward. Turn your hands outside, outwards. Bend the elbows, exhale down. Good, inhale up. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Last side, guys, inhale up. Good, step up between your hands. Back foot's in a 45-degree angle. Swing the arms into warrior one. Sink into that left knee. Good, exhale, bring the hands down. Touch the foot back. Awesome, exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale, push yourself all the way back to downward facing dog. Excellent, guys. We're going to step to center of the mat. Inhale up. Good, exhale down. Soften knees, root and rise. Bring the hands all the way up into prayer. Good, exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale up. Exhale down. Root and rise, micro bend the knees. Awesome. Bring your hands into prayer. And exhale, Namaste. We're going to let the hands prayer, rest in prayer. In the center, we're going to rest our eyes. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Just allowing your heart rate to slow down and to bring the breath back to normal breathing. Good, deep inhale. And deep exhale. Good, inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Let's release the eyes. Micro bend the knees. Swing the arms all the way up into chair pose. So in chair pose, make sure your feet are hip distance apart. You're going to bend your knees and sit your butt down towards your mat, essentially pretending we're on a chair. Hands are going to be on a 45-degree angle. We're going to gaze towards the front wall. So really feel the burn in your glutes, in your thighs, in your hamstrings, okay? In your core, so keep your core engaged, keep that tummy firm, okay? Whenever we say engage the core, we mean activate the core, use your abs to hold you up. Good, bring your hands into prayer. Keep breathing with me. We're gonna twist, bring the right elbow to touch the left knee and gaze towards the left side of the wall. Good, inhale, come back to center. Stay with me, guys. Exhale, left elbow to touch the right knee. Good, inhale, back to center. Good, exhale, forward fold. Awesome. Standing forward fold, take your hands, grab onto the elbows, drop your head, look towards the back of the room, micro bend the knees so you don't strain your legs, and we're just going to ragdoll. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's ragdoll from side to side. Let's go from left to right and right to left. Okay, so let that head drop hang heavy. Just let it drop. Let gravity do its job. And just allow it to release the tension that you're holding in your back. All right, come back to center. Good, micro bend the knees, root to rise. Bring your hands all the way up into prayer. Good, and exhale, down to heart center. Perfect. From here, let's bring the hands all the way back up. And let's do Ardha Chandrasana, but standing. So toes and heels to touch. Inhale, interlace the fingers. Bring the index fingers all the way up towards the ceiling. All right, so we're going to have your ears literally by your biceps here. Okay, and we're going to drop and twist to either side of the body. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips forward. And then exhale down to the right side of the room. Okay. Good, really twisting and gazing past that left armpit towards the ceiling. Good, inhale all the way up. Exhale, release. Good, inhale up. Exhale, drop to the left side of the room. Sending your hips towards the right side. Gaze past your right armpit. Arms are nice and locked. We're definitely building up a sweat in this posture. Gaze past your right armpit and hold. Inhale up, good. And then exhale. We're going to send our index finger up towards the front wall. And we're just going to gaze towards the mat. Ears by your biceps. Okay, really lengthen those legs, lengthen that spine, and hold. Good, awesome, guys. Inhale all the way back up. Excellent. Open up into warrior two. So you're going to step the right foot back onto the mat. Your back foot's going to be aligned to the back of the mat. Okay, so come into, your right foot should be parallel towards the back of the mat. And then left knee, left leg is going to face the front of the wall. Sink into that left knee. Left arm forward, right arm back. Okay, so we're going to sink to that left knee. Left hand shoots forward. Good, and then our right arm shoots back. Really stand nice and tall like a stoic warrior. Good. From here, flip your left hand. Let's come into revolved warrior. Sending that right arm all the way down towards your right ankle. Good. If you want to take a further posture or modification, take your right hand and place it underneath your, or right, just wrap it around your waist. Good. Awesome. So we're going to pull ourselves all the way back up. Good. Come into extended side angle, left arm on that left knee. Swing the right arm up towards the ceiling. Good. And then you're going to extend that side angle. Excuse me here as there's sweat dripping down my face. Bring the right, where was I? Bring the right arm towards the front of the room. Gaze past your right armpit. Bend into that left knee. Really sink into that left knee to get deeper into this posture. I told you we were going to be moving. Okay, so if you want to take a bind here, go ahead and take your bind. Take your left hand, wrap it underneath your left thigh. Oops. Right hand goes underneath or behind your right arm goes behind you. And you're going to start to bind. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this is going to look. How the bind is going to look. So if we're going to be in warrior, we're going to extend side angle here. Left arm goes underneath. Right arm goes behind your back, and you're going to really bend into that left knee and allow your hands to bind together. All right? So we'll repeat everything on the other side, but just for the sake of the first side, I just want to show you guys how it looked. All right, so back into the bind position, and to get really deep into the bind, you want to be able to bend into that left knee. So the deeper you go, the more you bend to the left knee, the easier you're going to get into the bind. Okay, good, awesome. All right, guys, let's release this bind. Good. Plant your hands down, step your left foot back, come into your high plank. Turn your elbows out. Take your modified or full chaturanga here. Exhale down. Good. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down. Back to downward facing dog. Good. From here, take your right foot. Good. Step it between your hands. So here we go. Your back foot's going to be in a 45-degree angle. We're going to just go straight into warrior two here. Usually I bring you into warrior one. Oh, here we're going to go straight into warrior two. So you're going to bend that right knee into that right. Bend your right knee so that it's going to be over your right toes. Back foot's going to be parallel towards the mat. Okay. Make sure there's a nice amount of distance between your front leg and back leg. Really sink into that right knee. Point your right hand forward, left hand back. Flip your right hand and come into revolved warrior. Okay, so setting the right hand up towards the ceiling. Your left hand can be reaching for those toes, or it can go behind your back. Good, awesome. Let it go. Windmill your way back. Right arm down on your right knee. Bring your left hand up towards the ceiling. Good for extended side angle pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring your left hand towards the front of the room for extended side angle. And here we are talking about your bind. Sink into that right knee. If you choose to go into your bind, go for it. Otherwise, stay in this posture. Take your right arm, swing it underneath your right thigh. Left hand goes behind the lower back, and you're going to sink and bind. Good. Gaze towards the top of the room. Awesome. Very good, guys. Okay. All right. So release it all. Come into a high plank, and we're going to flow it out one more time. Lots of chaturangas in here. Exhale down. Good. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Awesome. So from here, you're going to walk the dog again. Good. Excellent. We're going to hop to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, we're just going to pivot and we're going to step out. Okay? So we're going to pivot, step out so that we are already in a forward facing fold. Okay, so from here, both your feet are going to face the front of the wall. Okay, hands are on the ground. Drop your head, look towards the back of the room. Okay, drop your head, look towards the back of the room. And you're just gonna breathe. Give yourselves a little bit of a breather here. Good. If you are less flexible, you're going to send your legs further apart from each other. If you are more flexible, then your legs are going to be closer. Okay? So either way, you're just going to take the distance that feels right for you today. All right, so send your palms down facing the mat. Drop your head, look towards the back of the room. Good. Take your hands, face them towards me. Face your wrist towards me, and you're just going to walk your hands towards the back of the room. Okay, just giving yourself a little deeper stretch. So fingers towards the back of the wall, drop your head. And you should really feel this on your glutes, your calves, and your hammies, your hamstrings. Good, walk them forward. All right, guys, if you're able to come down to your elbows, please do so. Drop your head, look towards the back of the room. Again, how far you want to keep your feet are up to you, depending on how flexible and open you are today. Good. Awesome. Take your hands, come onto your hands. Let's walk them over to the right side of the room. Take your right hand, grab onto your right ankle. And you can also take your left hand and place it on your left foot as well, or right foot as well, my bad. If you're able to, put your elbow down, left elbow down, swing the right arm up. Woo, I haven't done this one in a while. Walk over towards the other side of the mat. I swear, it's been a while since I've done this one, so it's pretty deep for me right now. Left hand is going to be on your left ankle. And then right hand can touch your left ankle. Right elbow comes down towards the mat, and then you're going to swing the left elbow down. It is quite a deep stretch if you've practiced in a while. Good, bring your left hand down. Come back to center. Awesome. From here, we're going to pivot over towards the right side of the room. Okay, so now your right foot is going to be between your hands. Drop that left knee. Woo, thank God, right? Inhale, swing the arms all the way up. Okay, come into a nice low lunge. Sending your hips towards the front of the room. All right, so right knee over the right ankle. All right, guys, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's get into a nice deep stretch and get you all flexible, loosened up for these holidays. Woo, okay, so really sending your right knee towards the front of the room and then dropping your hip towards the front of the room and really sinking towards the mat, okay? Good, bring your hands together into prayer. Send your index and finger up towards the ceiling, and we're going to do a nice low back bend. Okay, inhale. And then exhale, come into a nice back bend. Gaze towards the ceiling. Good, exhale up. Good, and let's open up and gaze towards the right side of the room for a twist. Good, swing your arms all the way back up. Good, bring the hands back down. Good, and we're going to pivot towards the front. But this time we're going to drop our weight towards the right side of the room. Okay, so we're going to drop our weight towards the right side. I am going to go up on my toes because I'm not as opened in this posture. So ideally you want to be having your left leg nice and elongated. You're going to come up either onto the ball of your toes, or if you're open and very flexible but still being able to maintain a tall enough spine and you can open up your chest, you come onto the flat part of your foot, okay? I'm going to take the route of going on my toes because my chest is able to open up more, okay? So I'm going to do that and really sink into this posture, and you're going to really feel the opening on your right side. All right, guys, we're going to shift the weight and go towards the left side. Feet are going to be pointing out on a 45-degree angle. They don't need to be pointing in front. Your legs will naturally just go like this. And so I'm going to, so my left side's actually not as tight as, it's more flexible than my right side. So I'm able to go flat on my foot in this posture, okay? You can also go on the balls of your feet as well, just to open up. But in this side, I feel that I'm more open, okay? So I'm able to go a little deeper. So take the posture that works for you today. Just don't sink in, okay? We want you to open up the chest. All right, guys, let's do it. Shimmy again over to this side. As you can see, my heel will naturally lift. All right, and then let's go one more time on this side. Building up a sweat over here in this energizing flow. All right, let's pivot. Let's turn towards the left side of the wall. Okay, so hands are on either side of your left foot. Drop your right knee down. Inhale, swing the arms all the way up. Good, and come into a low lunge. So sending your left knee towards the front of the room. We're gonna drop into that right hip. Really feel that opening of that right hip, okay? So sending your weight towards the front of the room, and we're just gonna drop into that hip over there. Beautiful. Okay, bring your hands into prayer, index finger up towards the ceiling. Let's prepare for a back bend. Inhale up. Exhale. Gaze towards the ceiling. Good, inhale all the way up, and we're gonna open. Good, towards the left side of the room. Awesome, hold this here. Beautiful, guys, all the way up. Bring your hands back down. And we're gonna just face the front of the mat again. And we're just going to come into a standing forward fold. All right, let's shimmy our legs, our feet together a little more, just so that they're about 2 feet apart. And then this is where you might want to get a bolster or block to help. You can drop your bum between your heels and come into Malasana, which is called a squat, okay? So, for a lot of the males out there, most of them require a block because your hips and your knees are probably not as open and flexible. So what I'd recommend is getting a block or two, place them underneath your butt, and then you can sit up a little higher and squat like that. Okay, for women as well, doesn't matter who you are, if you feel that this might be too deep for you, grab a block, grab a pillow, grab something that you can sit on so that you can be raised a little higher above the ground, okay? All right, so in your squat, we're gonna have our hands into prayer. Take your elbows, push your knees out so that you're gonna open up your hips more. All right, so really use your elbows to push your knees out, and then you should be feeling the muscles in your backs activated, okay, and your upper back activated and working, your traps in your back. All right, okay, take your right arm, bring your right arm down, swing the left arm up, and let's twist. I always love to add variations if I can in my practices, just to keep it interesting and different. Swing the right arm up. Good. All right, guys, come back into prayer, back into your squat. Malasana, and hold this here. Good, really use the elbows. It doesn't look like this now, but I'm really pushing my knees out. And I can feel my traps and my upper back activated, okay? You should be able to build some sweat in your Malasana pose. All right, guys, let's let that go. All right, so come onto the mat. So we're gonna do some more hip openers as we slowly make our way down to the mat. Okay, so you're going to be in this posture just like me. So your mat's gonna be vertical, and then you're just gonna have your knees on the mat. Okay, so we're going to go into what's called frog pose, and it's a very deep hip opener. All right. Okay, so for your frog pose, you also are able to use a blanket or towels just to protect your knees. If your mat is thin, you can fold your mat in half. Okay, fold your mat in half this way, or you can fold your mat inwards like so. Okay, and then you'll be able to create a double layer here. So I'm just going to leave my mat folded inwards for extra protection and extra cushioning for my knees. Okay, so place your hands on the ground. We're going to have your feet about we're just gonna have your feet parallel, so the inside of your feet, inside blades of your feet, parallel towards your mat. Okay, so parallel on your mat. Does that make sense? On the outside edges of your mat. Right, okay. And then you're gonna send your knees outwards. Okay, so like a frog, Kermit the Frog. I am wearing green today, but the green's also for the festive holiday season. And we are going to widen our knees, and then we're going to slowly lower ourselves down towards the mat. Okay, so I like to come onto my elbows, okay, and then send your bum towards the back of the wall. So the further you send your bum towards the back of the wall, the deeper you're going to feel your hips opening. All right, and hold it there. Okay, a lot of students start to make funny noises, or they just start to kind of make noises out of pain and stuff after a while when I'm teaching. So just sit with the pose. I want you guys to challenge yourselves, not to the point of pain, but definitely challenge yourself, because we are designed, I'm doing these to help you open your hips. And most of us have tight hips nowadays, from working from home, from driving, from just not living the best active lifestyle. Okay, so send those hips further back, come onto your elbows, good. If you're able to come onto your chest, maybe create a pillow with your arms, go ahead and do so. Good, deep breaths in. And deep breaths out. Awesome. Let's slowly push ourselves back up. Take your time. Allow the hips to release. Let's unroll our mat. All right, the mat's shifted by now. All right, so come on to your bums. All right, bring your toes and heels to touch rather. Send your knees out nice and wide between, or to mat distance apart. Send your arms out nice and long, forehead on the ground, come into child's pose. So let's have our child pose very active, forehead on the ground, get your elbows off the mat and reach forward. Good, deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Awesome. So from your child's pose, we're going to come into your puppy pose. So with puppy pose, we're going to send our knees forward towards the mat. Okay, so you're going to lift your glutes off the ground, tops of your feet are on the ground. And what we're going to do is do what puppies and cats like to do. They like to just stretch out. So send your arms towards the front of the room, elbows off the ground. You're going to really feel the stretch in your shoulders. And you can either place your forehead on the ground to make it less challenging, or this can be a good modification, or just put your chin on the mat and look towards the front of the room, and this is going to make it very challenging. And if you're like me with tight shoulders, you're really going to feel that stretch and appreciate it. Hold it here for 5 breaths. Good, deep inhale. And deep exhale. Good, inhale. Exhale. Good, from your puppy pose, let's come up into tabletop. Okay, so hands to shoulder distance and knees to hip distance. Take your left hand, bring it towards the center. Inhale, bring the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle. So doing some shoulder work here. Take your left hand, place it in front of your gaze. Left foot goes towards the left side of the room. And then actually the left hand can go behind your back. Twist and gaze up towards the ceiling. I'm taking you deeper into this posture. If you can, take your right foot, place it on your left thigh, and now you're balancing. Good, let that go. Bring the left hand from behind. Push yourself up into tabletop. Good, so right hand's gonna be, you're gonna place your right hand in front of your gaze. Inhale, bring your left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle. Good. Okay, so we're working out our shoulders at this point. Right hand comes in front of your gaze, or right foot comes towards the outside of the right side of the room. Take your right hand, place it on your lower back. And then left foot can go onto your right thigh. If possible, twist and gaze towards the ceiling. Now I know this posture is quite deep. It is more of an advanced posture. If you don't feel you can go as far, not a problem. Drop your left foot and you can just have 2 feet down on the ground for balancing. Good, bring the right arm up, over. Push yourselves up into tabletop. Good, let's come down. Perfect. From here, we're gonna end our class off with pranayama breathing. Okay, so come down towards your heels in hero pose, knees to touch. Come down towards your heels, bum towards your heels. If you feel that this is not possible today, you can place a block between your legs and sit on it, and then you'll be nice and high. Okay, you'll be nice and high like this, or you can just sit between your legs. Whatever's comfortable for you today. All right, so take your hands, interlace the fingers, bring them towards your chin. With your pranayama breath, we're gonna do this 5 times. And we're also gonna work on the shoulders and the neck. Inhale. As you inhale, bring the elbows up towards the ceiling. Good, chin down, elbows up. As you exhale, tilt your head back and then bring the elbows to touch. Good, inhale, 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 inhale for 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, tilt the chin back and bring the elbows to touch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, here we go. Deep inhale, 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 inhale for 5, 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale, side out. Let it all go, guys. Let all the stress go. Deep inhale, inhale, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chin down, elbows up. Good. Exhale. Let it go. Holiday stress. Here we go. And last one, guys. Deep inhale. And exhale. Awesome. All right, let it go. Shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. Take your hands, interlace the fingers, bring them up. Bring them down. Let all the stress go. And down. Good. And one last time, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Good stuff. All right, guys, we're gonna come into seated pose, Sukhasana. Let's come into easy seated pose. We're gonna cross our legs, bring our hands into prayer. Okay, so let's rest our eyes. Give our head a nice tilt, a nice bow. Really giving a moment of silence and gratitude for our practice this afternoon and our holiday energizing flow. I hope this yoga practice just gave you energy and positivity and some light to help you get through this holiday season, especially with the pandemic that surrounds us. I think it's more important now than ever to be practicing yoga and to practice doing anything that will keep our mental health in check. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me with today's energizing holiday flow, holiday energizing flow rather. Have a great day, have a great holiday, and we'll see you soon. Namaste.